prefers hatred to affection, then he shall receive it from me in abundance. Tell me, I threw the words at him, and hoped to God they heard. Does your wife know that you're sleeping with her sister? His face creases into a frown at that. What does it matter if she does or she doesn't? He asked quietly. Not your concern how I treat my wife. A slow silence spreads out between us. I stare into his cold grey eyes, which are narrowing in anger. They're like ice. Why did you tell Ron? I trail off, not really knowing how to finish the sentence, because I'm not sure whether I really want the answer. Why did I tell him what? His voice is silent. I'm getting to him now. You told Ron you'd have me raped in front of him if he didn't do as you said. I mumble. His face is hardening. What does that mean? He asked quietly. What does it matter what he believes? I wouldn't really have done it. I know that. I feel my face blooming, in spite of myself. But it was so low of you to use a sick trick like that to make him talk. Well, it was just too good an opportunity to pass up. A small, malicious smile twitches onto his face. You should have seen the look on his face as I described exactly what I would do to you and how I'd make sure you enjoy every minute of it. He told Ron that he would do it himself. You unimaginable bastard! I lunge at him, humiliation and rage pounding in my ears. How bloody dare he? But I freeze before I can reach him, frozen to the spot by his wand, and all of a sudden he's standing over me. All I can move is my head. He smiles, running his finger down my cheek. There's no need to be angry. You know that your body is sacred to me. I press my lips together. Now, are you going to behave yourself if I let you move again? He asked me quietly. I swallow down my indignation, and I nod. He smiles wider and flicks his wand at me. I stumble slightly as the curse leaves me, but he grabs me by the arm, holding me upright. He doesn't let go, even as I regain my footing. I have to say, I found myself touched as you defended me against your friend's accusations. I can read? Derp. Okay. He smirks. I never knew you cared. I don't care about you. It's really stupid. I rush my arm out of his grip, and he breathes a tiny laugh. Of course you don't. He reaches up and winds his fingers through my hair by my ear. That's why you denied his allegations so venomously. Why didn't you just let him believe the rest? Because I didn't want to hurt him, I guess. Not that I expect you to understand that. An admirable sentiment, he said mockingly. But if that is the case, then why didn't you tell him about what Antoine tried to do to you? I paused then. Just for a second. I trail off, not really knowing what to say. He smirks all the wider, removing his hand from my hair. So you didn't want to hurt him. Or maybe you're just growing fond of me. Shut up! I scream, raising my hand to slap him, but he grabs it before it can reach him. His smile vanishing as he pulls me closer to him. You still dare to raise your hands to me? His face is suffused in anger. I thought that yesterday had taught you some obedience. Or at least some remorse for your actions when we first arrived here. Well, you thought wrong, didn't you? Do you really think that I would have done as you'd said yesterday if you hadn't forced me into it? And as for stabbing you, I'm glad I did it. Do you hear me? I'm only sorry I missed and got you in the arm instead of the neck. He pulled his hand to my throat and slap me against the wall. Slam me against the wall. I thought she was going to say slap me in the face, and I was like, oh, never mind. My mouth is pulled back into a kind of horrible grin as he looks. Ooh, yeah, her mouth. Okay, whatever. Horrible grin as he looks me long and hard. I see, he says quietly. So it appears I did waste my time after all. I knew that you didn't believe what I made you say, but I had hoped that you might at least learn to regret your measly attempt at violence towards me, or perhaps you've learned to do as you're told. He looks at me intently, his face so full of hate it almost makes me feel sick. Why? Won't you just do as you're told? He looks at me for a few moments, before he steps back from me. Releasing my throat, I fall away from the wall, massaging my neck as he points his wand at the floor, where a plate appears holding a loaf of bread, a bowl of soup, and a goblet of water. I shall be back in half an hour, he says curtly. It appears that we have more work to do than I thought. I expect you to finish your meal before I return. He pulls a tiny key out of his robes and transports himself out of here. You mustn't panic. Whatever he does to you, it can't be any worse than what he's already done. Yeah, right. I sit down on the floor with my plate of food, more to put off the fear than anything else. And I find myself reluctantly enjoying every last mouthful of it.